I think it's important to remember the context almost 2 years ago today, those weeks in late January and February 2 years ago, the public safety and the national security context. I was in Ottawa during those weeks, as were my colleagues. I participated in the cabinet discussions. We were updated by senior officials about the risks of copycat incidents at other border crossings. I spoke to premiers from British Columbia to Nova Scotia about risks to their community safety. We saw border crossings and the damage to the Canadian economy, thousands of jobs put at risk. We spoke with the Premier of Ontario and the Government of Ontario that supported the invocation of the Emergencies Act 2 years ago. I think that's an important moment. I think it's also important to consider the government was given information with respect to the disruption at the border crossing in Coutts, Alberta. It's not banal when the security services tell you that they found 2 pipe bombs and 36,000 rounds of munition and ended up laying criminal charges as serious as conspiracy to commit murder and assaulting peace officers. So the context is important. I think it's also important to note that the House of Commons ratified the decision to invoke. But as my colleague said, the judicial system also includes appeal mechanisms, and the government's made that decision. But I certainly, as a minister who participated in those discussions and who spoke to premiers across the country, am very satisfied that we made a reasonable decision. And will now let the appeal courts consider the filings from my colleagues.